This is so good, guys. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Cooking with Me in a Kitchen Space. So, do you have spoiled milk in your home? I guess this is the best recipe, and this is the recipe that you just need. So this one is milk that I've been storing in the fridge for about 3 weeks now. So niliona inaharibika, and instead of me boiling it iharibike kwa jiko, I just let it sit in the fridge for all that time. Nimekuwa nikitumia pole. It was about 1.5 liters, and this is the remaining one. Hii ingine nilitumia kupika omena, so you should check out that recipe. And also about last week I did another chicken curry recipe, but I used yogurt instead. But today we are going to use this because this is also the same as yogurt, because you can see the consistency. It looks like yogurt but not as thick as yogurt. And that reminds me, I have a homemade yogurt recipe up on my channel. You should check it out. So these are the list of ingredients that I'm going to be using in today's recipe. And from this corner I have some cooking oil. This is my spoilt milk, about almost a glass. I have some salt, I have some capsicum, dania and some other capsicum. I have my onions, some tomato paste because I'm not using the fresh tomato. I have some garlic and some ginger and some coriander stems. And this is half a chicken, and I'm not really convinced. Anyway, this is a bay leaf, and these are the list of spices that I have, and they might seem like they are quite many, but they are not really many. And from this side I have some rosemary. This is some dried chili, and I also have a recipe on how you can preserve your chili. This is chili that has been on my countertop for about 14 months now, and it's still good and still chili. And this is basil. I have some curry powder. This is some masala. I have some black pepper, and this is turmeric. And without further ado, let's get started. So once my pan is hot, I'm going to go in with about 1.5 tablespoons of cooking oil. And then once my oil is hot, I'm going to go in with my onions. So once my onions have started becoming translucent, I'll go in with my ginger, and I'm going to leave garlic for later. So I've been cooking this for about a minute, and it just started becoming fragrant. So I'll go in with my tomato paste. Then I'll add a little bit of water. And this is going to help in loosening my tomato paste. So I'll cook this for about a minute, then I'll be back. So at this point, I'm going to go in with all my spices, and also my garlic and my coriander stems. Then I'll add just a little bit of water and let my spices cook. So it's at this point that I'm going to go in with my milk. Then I'm also going to add in some salt because I almost forgot that. And if at all you have soy sauce, you can feel free to add it. So my chicken has some salt, so I'm just going to season this. And then I'm going to cover it and cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's at this point that I'm going to go in with my pieces of chicken, and I'm just going to soak them so that they can absorb all this goodness. So I'm going to leave this, but I'm going to turn it a few more times, then it's going to be ready. Yeah. So as you've seen, it was that easy preparing this delicacy, and I've served mine with some rice and some spinach, but you can also serve this with ugali, totally okay. So I'll go in with my clean washed hands, and wow, look at this, juicy. Short. This is so good, guys. So that's it for today's episode. I think I'll go enjoy this off camera, and I hope you learned something new. I also hope you're going to try out this recipe, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye.